audit. And basically, when we talk about internal audit, we are saying that this is executed by an internal auditor, and the work of internal auditor is to verify or to check what is going on day-to-day activities or every minute. That's why an internal auditor is classified as a normal employee of the business or of the government. Therefore, all internal auditors of the government, they are there to monitor what is happening on day-to-day activities. And that is why we are saying we term them as employees of the government. So what are they supposed to do on their day-to-day activities? Number one, we expect these particular auditors to verify the existence of the assets of the government. That is to verify existence of public assets. Let me talk of public assets. To verify existence of public assets. Remember, the government tend to acquire assets, the national government, the county government, and therefore it is their work to make sure that those assets are existing and they are not misappropriated. We have seen cases whereby some state officers tend to steal some assets of the government, and therefore it is the work of these particular auditors to make sure that those assets are there, they are well documented, and they are not, the ownership document is not changed, maybe to favor a certain state officer. The other responsibility that is executed by the internal audit or internal auditor is to evaluate the government internal control systems. To evaluate the government internal control systems. Remember, internal control system is a system that we tend to follow when it comes to management of funds, the procedure that we are supposed to follow, and it is put in place to make sure that the assets of the government or the public fund is not misused. Therefore, they need to evaluate to see whether we have some weaknesses that need to be addressed. The other responsibility of the internal audit is to recommend improvement. Of ICS. If they find that the government structures has a weakness, so they are supposed to recommend improvement on such areas, so that at least we can be assured that the government systems are well, efficient, and we cannot misappropriate the public funds. The other responsibility of the internal audit or auditor is to participate in fraud investigation. Sometimes if we have frauds in the government, they also has a take. They participate or they help in investigating such matters. That is to participate in fraud, participate in investigation, e.g. fraud. If we have a fraud in the business, then we are saying that they need to come in and help in the participation of the same, and that will ensure that at least the frauds do not occur, and again it will help to deter any future fraud that is likely also to occur. The other responsibility of the internal audit is to check whether the management is following the government policies. Remember, there are those policies that we have put in place, so we need to check whether those policies are followed or they are not followed. That is to check whether the government policies relating to public funds. Public funds are followed. Relating to public funds are followed. So we also need to make sure that those policies that are put in place, are we following, or they are just there to decorate the books of the government? And again, what is documented, or what we are supposed to do in documentation, that is what we are supposed to see again happening. The other responsibility of the internal audit is to check on the operations of the business and to see whether it is agreeing on the business of to see whether it is agreeing with the government objectives. Remember, what is happening on day-to-day activities, it must agree with the government objectives. These are internal auditors, and we are saying that they are regular auditors. They visit the government on day-to-day, on daily basis, and therefore we have to check whether what is done every day, is it agree with the business, with the government objective. So we can also talk of to check the government operations and match them with government objectives. So we are asking ourselves, are you following the government, what you are doing today? Is it in line with what the government want to achieve? And therefore we help again to achieve the same. If there is any variance, then we can help to address that particular issue. The last responsibility of the internal audit, that is number 7, we require them, for instance, to whistleblow. If you find that something is happening, or a state officer is behaving in a certain way that is contradicting the government objective, then we expect them to whistleblow or to release that information, so that at least the necessary action can be taken. That is to notify the relevant authorities about a state officer misusing the public funds. So if they note that a state officer has that tendency of misappropriating these particular assets, they should not just wait. They should whistleblow. They should give that information to the relevant authority, so that the necessary action can be taken. So those are some of the functions that are supposed to be executed by the internal auditors. So with that then, let's conclude with the roles of the controller of budget, especially in relation to disbursement of the public funds. So the role of controller of budget